The Capital Markets Authority licenses all the institutions providing services in the capital markets, including the Nairobi Securities Exchange, Central Depository and Settlement Corporation, investment banks, stockbrokers, fund managers, investment advisors, authorized depositories or custodians, collective investment schemes, credit rating agencies, and registered venture capital companies. The Nairobi Securities Exchange provides a market which facilitates the buying and selling of shares and bonds of listed companies. Investors are advised to ensure that all persons they deal with to buy and sell shares are either stockbrokers or investment banks licensed by the Capital Markets Authority or agents in good standing with a licensed stockbroker or investment bank. The Central Depository and Settlement Corporation facilitates holdings of shares in electronic accounts in the names of shareholders and manages the process of transferring shares traded at the Nairobi Securities Exchange and the transfer of money relating to the transactions. Investors can get their money within 3 days after selling shares. An investment bank is a financial institution that assists investors in raising capital by underwriting and acting as the client's agent in the issuance of securities. A stockbroker is a person who carries on the business of buying or selling of securities as an agent for investors in return for a commission. Fund managers invest funds on behalf of their clients in a variety of securities. Investment advisors offer advice on investment opportunities in the capital markets. Authorized depositories are financial institutions that hold the physical custody of the financial securities owned by an investor or may hold the securities in electronic format on behalf of investors. Collective investment schemes pool together resources from several investors for investment in securities such as shares and bonds and are subjected to oversight by trustees, a fund manager, and a custodian. Credit rating agencies are responsible for assessing the ability of an issuer of a pool of assets to meet their fixed income payments on issued securities such as bonds. Registered venture capital companies are approved by the authority and incorporated to provide risk capital to small and medium-sized businesses in Kenya with high growth potential. The companies are registered in accordance with the income tax venture capital company rules and benefit from tax incentives on their venture capital investments in designated sectors. The Capital Markets Authority approves all public offers, such as initial public offers, and all companies seeking to be listed at the Nairobi Securities Exchange. The Capital Markets Authority ensures the listed companies meet their listing obligations, such as disclosure of information to shareholders in a timely manner. The Capital Markets Authority is an advisor to the government on capital market matters. The functions of the authority include ensuring compliance with the legal and regulatory framework by all licensed persons. A full list of all the institutions licensed by the Capital Markets Authority is available on our website www.cma.or.ke. The Capital Markets Authority continues to strengthen its supervisory activities through monitoring market players to ensure compliance with regulatory requirements and adherence to good corporate governance practices.
We believe a properly surveilled market is very crucial, again, for investor confidence and even confidence by the companies that are listed on the stock exchange.
All licensees are required to appoint compliance officers responsible for identifying potential risks and ensuring measures are put in place to mitigate the risks in consultation and coordination with the authority. The Capital Markets Authority reviews its supervisory procedures and processes regularly to align them to international best practice.
We worked very closely with the Commissioner of Police as well as our parent Ministry of Finance under the Deputy Prime Minister to ensure that our capital markets were actually monitored very closely. The objective was to ensure that the incidence of fraud was reduced in in the capital markets industry. For Kenya to become a financial center, for Kenya to be recognized in the global scale, incidences of capital markets fraud also had to be very minimal.
The Capital Markets Authority believes that informed investors will make better choices and therefore host regular investment education fora, targets education initiatives to respond to the different needs of stakeholders on both the issuance and investment side of the markets, as well as the different objectives of institutional, sophisticated and retail investors.
There are several target groups that we will be targeting and we have been targeting. For example, the students or even the youth are a big constituent. We have had several programs under that. We've had the University Challenge. We've also had several other programs where we've had interventions in different parts of the country through the agricultural shows, where we've had extensive discussions with the people who come to our site to actually understand what is investor education. We've also had extensive discussion with the academia through, again, the universities, and that has been very useful. The other areas has been collaboration. We have had under the joint regulators memorandum of understanding, and that we have had extensive investor education outreach with the Central Bank of Kenya, the Insurance Regulatory Authority, as well as the Retirement Benefits Authority. The other initiatives that we have had with the diaspora, which has actually taken us all the way to America. We've also had sessions in London, and we've also been actually engaging with the Kenya Diaspora Associations, and we've been able to provide them with certain information that is pertinent as the Kenyans in the diaspora think of how to engage, how to participate in the economic development through the capital markets. The other target group obviously has been potential issuers. We have been engaging potential issuers, be they state corporations, as well as some of the companies that will be privatized, as well as also some of the family-owned enterprises. We've been able to engage with them extensively, provide them with the information they need, be it to raise a bond, be it to have an IPO. We've basically discussed several strategies for them, and we believe, again, that has created greater public awareness.
The Capital Markets Authority acknowledges the need to reach out to prospective investors throughout the country and the diaspora, and is convinced that an educated investor will be better placed to protect their own interests. The Capital Markets Authority, promoting capital markets integrity.